In today's video, we're flying a member requested flight from New York John F. Kennedy Airport down to Miami in the Delta Phoenix Airbus A320. And here is a special thank you to the members for the continued support on the channel. Well, hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new AviationJack video. I hope you're all doing super well. Today we are back in MSFS 2024 with the Delta Airlines Airbus A320, and we're going to be flying a member requested flight up here from New York down to Miami. This scenery is currently just the Asobo John F. Kennedy scenery, nothing special, just the default package, because I don't fly here very often, so I didn't really consider myself worthy of buying the in-build scenery just yet. But possibly one day in the future. We're going down to Miami in the Latin VFR scenery, however, so there is some add-on scenery down there in Miami. Over in the distance you can see a JetBlue aircraft. It's not very busy here today. There is nothing around in terms of ATC. There's a few aircraft here and there, but yeah, that's what we're going to be flying today. So let me show you all what the SimBrief dispatch flight plan that we're going to be flying. Today we are Delta 1438 from JFK to Miami. Airtime 2 hours and 35 minutes. We're cruising altitude flight level 380. Cost index is 5 and we have 118 passengers on board today. Departure is a direct departure out on direct to Wavy. Runway 31 left and then into Miami with runway 112 on the BNF SH3 arrival. And apart from that, everything is kind of good. We've got turbulence here. Someone told me about this little thing in one of my live streams that I'm interested by it. So we have a 3.2 turbulence at Mog A, which is somewhere, well, it's one of the waypoints. That's where we're expecting some turbulence, so we'll keep an eye on that one. So here we are in the Airbus A320 flight deck. We've got no DC, I think it's DC-DU screens today. Is what it is. Battery 1, battery 2, and external power. Switching all of these on now. We'll just leave these fuel pumps on. Now since we're in the States, they want us to squawk 7656 when there's no ATC on. So that's that done. Unicom is on. Let's not do any of that. We'll switch on the PAs. I tried to install a Delta pack, so we'll see if it works. We'll tap to import from SimBrief, mass and balance. Aircraft has been changed to kilograms, that's fine. Right, let's load the aircraft. GSX boarding only, and we'll load the fuel instantly as well. Nice. And then hectopascals, no, not hectopascals, I was going in inches, which it is in. And then coming down here, ATSU menu and FMGC on the left, AOC flight init data, and we'll do the same down here as well. Okay, but so boarding has completed. As you can hear, the announcements are working. So while she is talking to the cabin, let's get everything else loaded. So mass and balance, let's send this information to the MCDU. And departure perf, we're going to select packs on, calculate, send to MCDU. Lovely. So as you can see, this is our fuel all done, weight and balance done. 153, 155, 156, flaps 1 / up 0.1. And we'll accept that. There we go. Some power can stay on, that is all good. Everything else looks good up there. IRSs have aligned up to the overhead panel then, and we're going to switch on the beacon light like so. In GSX, we'll get rid of the ground power and prepare for push and departure. We're going to want out of here a nose left departure. So GSX, continue, nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Make sure AP bleed is now switched on, which it is. Beacon lights on. I'm also going to make sure that we have this set to TA auto, which all looks good down here. Parking brakes released. Ignition start switch. Engine 1.
At this time, in just a few moments, we'll be showing you the safety video. Once the video has concluded, we'll be in the aisles to answer any questions you have before we're seated for taxi out. Again, thank you for choosing Delta today. My name is Susan. I'm your purser for today's flight, along with...
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta. Delta Airlines. The health and safety, smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
In the event of rough air, the crew might also
Waiting
need
your
to
confirmation for a good engine start.
We appreciate
Okay everyone, so while that safe demo is going ahead, we'll turn it down a little bit, but let's get everything else set up. APU and APB can come off. Taxi lights, runway tunnel flights on. We're going to be setting a flaps 1 and up 0.1 before departure. Ground spoilers armed and auto brake set to max. Norm on the auto brake. And everything else looks good. Let's do a quick flight control check. Full left, check.
Leave all bags behind.
Full right,
Carry and baggage
check.
will slow the evacuation.
Full up,
All
and
exits are
full down.
with the green exit symbol.
Right, so we've made it to 3-1 left. Let's pop on the landing lights, strobe lights, takeoff lights and whatnot. CARA, and I also want weather and predictive wind shear on. And we are good to take off. There's no one else coming in. I mean, possibly the second half. We did announce on Unicom, so we're okay so far. And I did set a departure. We're now on the score 5. Yeah, 5 departure. A lot of one of those departures that actually look good, so that's what we're doing now. 50%. Nose down. Stable. Manflex SRS. Auto thrust blue. .100 knots checked. V1 rotates. Positive climb, gear up. Goodbye, New York. Pretty. Okay, so we're gonna lower the nose and thrust climb. Speed check, flaps up. And then autopilot 1, landing lights off, throwing turn off lights off, taxi takeoff lights off as well. There's the city of New York right there on departure. Very nice. Shame we're not kind of flying over it, we're kind of flying away from it, but very nice. So we can now disarm those ground spoilers. Don't know what that awful noise is. No idea. Keep hearing like static, like someone's talking. Yeah, that noise. Don't know what that is. Okay everyone, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy the rest of the video and the flight, and I'll catch you all very shortly. Bye bye. Welcome back to the flight deck everyone. So I just realised that my microphone is off, so I'm just currently voicing over this while I'm editing. So let's go to Miami arrival. We're going to be arriving on ILS 12, and the approach that we were arriving on was the, scroll down so we find it, that one there, the bomb beginning with B, whatever that one is, HS3. Then we're going via the hog transition. There we go. So I'm trying to do this in live time. Okay, let's insert some of the preference for the weather on arrival. So currently in Miami, as you can see, it doesn't look the best. So got high gusting knots of wind, thunderstorms, a low cloud, and a bunch of other stuff there. So let's start inputting some of that data into the MCDU. Welcome back everyone to the flight deck. So unfortunately at the moment it seems that on the whole of landing my microphone, even though it was on and it was picking up audio, I accidentally changed an audio track, so there is no microphone input over the rest of this video, so I've had to do it myself in editing. So it's not going to be as in line with everything, but I'm going to try my hardest. So as you can see, we've just kind of, I don't know how to we're at, but the weather is horrendous. It was so much thunderstorms, as you can see, around the airport into Miami. It was extremely turbulent, which is kind of what I'm showing you guys here. We're descending down to 3,000, obviously with the altitude constraints. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bouncy arrival into Miami, and it gets quite dark as well when we pass through the clouds. I'm going to do a time lapse just so you guys can see. I think it's about a 5-minute time lapse altogether of us descending into Miami, just so you guys can see how crazy turbulence and weather really was. Right, so here we are at 7,000 feet and it is still quite bumpy and cloudy, as you can see on the wing view here. There's a few red storm cells around where I want to go, but I think they're going to kind of dissipate by the time we get there. Speed is currently at 210 knots, which I'm quite happy with here. We're going to switch on the landing lights, runway tunnel flights and taxi lights as we are coming into Miami. Unfortunately no ATC on, which was a shame. It was a very quiet day. Oh well. Right, let's activate LS just so we can get that glide slope. It's starting to rain a bit now just to make things even more stormy. And we'll get our speed down to about 200 knots just so we can stabilise the turn when we do turn final for runway 12. Looks as if we are starting to break through the clouds now, so we're going to arm the ground spoilers for arrival. Shouldn't need those anymore. Yeah, look how much better that looks. You can actually see the sun now out the window, which is nice. Still turbulent, still thunder and rainy, but at least we can see the ground. And then in a few moments time we'll go direct to the waypoint which aligns us up with the runway. So let's have a look. Bring us all the way down to 3,000 feet, and then we're going to go direct to Piana. So that's going to give us a left-hand turn to line us up with runway 12, and then hopefully in a moment I'll arm the approach so we can bring us down on the glide. We'll get the speed down a bit more, so about 180 knots should do. And set flaps 2. Very nice. So speed is stabilised at 180, which is good. And looks like the weather storm cells are kind of shifting, so they're not as amber or red anymore. Again, a bit more green as we get lower. Okay, so approaching 3,000 feet. Okay, let's arm approach. So approach armed, autopilot 2 armed, and wow, look at that rain. That came out of nowhere. And the localizer and glide slope has been activated. We're on the profile now. Get those wipers on, but they sound awful, so I will not leave them on. I'd rather see nothing than listen to that sound. Yeah, off. Thank you. So we're just lining ourselves up with runway 12 now. The aircraft has it under control. It's got the glide slope, it's got the localizer. I probably won't take manual control until a bit closer just because of how turbulent it is. I'd rather the aircraft keep us on track rather than me drifting around everywhere. At least the visibility is cleared up and we can see quite far now. Dirty Delta livery. Okay, so speed is reduced to 160 knots. Probably until I pop the gear down. Runway is in sight, which is good. Gear down. Flaps 3. Okay, let's get our final landing speed in there then. Then when we're slow enough, we'll go flaps 4. Look how sunny it looks to the right. There's flaps 4. The ground texture's looking quite sharp though, aren't they? Looking quite good.
$1,000. $500. $100 above. Minimum. $100. $50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
Good, touchdown. Let's roll it out. Quite harsh braking on this one. The headwind obviously slowed us down quite quick as well. And then we're going to vacate here just to our left. And then taxi to Concourse H, which is where Delta park here at Miami. So it's about a 3-4 minute taxi altogether, not too long at all. And then when I'm ready, I'll bring up the flaps and put in the spoilers and start up the APU. The landing rate for that landing was -86, so not bad at all. Very nice for the weather. I was expecting a lot worse, to be honest. Okay, let's turn off the LS on both sides, start cleaning up the flight deck, pop on the APU, landing lights off, taxi lights and strobes off. Try and maintain centerline jack, there we go. And then in come the flaps, down go the spoilers, and we'll taxi to Concourse H. Well, there we have it, everyone. Welcome to Miami. That is engine 1, engine 2 cut off. Wait for this to spool down a bit, then we're going to go to the overhead panel. APU is available, beacon light off, seatbelt signs off as well. Very, very good. And we're going to request deboarding, get those passengers off. Probably a few sick bags to be handed in as well. But not bad overall. Lovely, so all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching this video, and also this voiceover actually didn't turn out too bad in the end. It was a bit all over the place, but it's a bit of a new thing for me. But yeah, made it to Miami. We'll be returning back to New York in a later video. Probably won't be the same weather as what you just saw, but that should be everything. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll catch you all in the next one, and thanks very much to the member who requested this flight, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.